This is the Newport News Circuit Court. And this is going to be in partnership with the Greater Peninsula Women's Bar Association, the first annual Lifting the Curtain on the Rule of Law and the American Dream Day open house. It's a first for Newport News and the Hampton Roads region. There will be a number of speakers, including Virginia Attorney General Jay Jones, Newport News Mayor Philip Jones, and plenty of others, some of whom you're hearing from right now. So I sincerely apologize for that mistake. I had a schedule mishap. Lifting the Curtain on the Rule of Law and the American Dream, a Law Day open house, a first in Hampton Roads, put on by the Greater Peninsula Women's Bar Association at the Newport News Circuit Court Clerk's office. And here comes Attorney General Jay Jones to the microphone. Let's hear what he has to say.
It feels good to be back home, not just in the 757, but in this particular courtroom. As some of you all in this room know, my parents practiced in this courtroom, and as a young kid, I sat right back where you all are, bored out of my mind, wondering why mom and dad dragged me along with them to work, and then many years later ended up practicing in this courtroom myself. I won some cases in here and I lost some cases in here, but I will tell you it's much better to be on this side of the table than on that side of the table. Thank you for having me, Angela, for the invitation. If you know Angela, you know it was not so much an invitation, but a command. And I do what you ask every single time. But I want to thank you and your staff, who I got a chance to meet just before this event. They work so hard, not just on this, but every single day. They are dedicated public servants. Let's please give Angela and her team a round of applause. And I want to thank the Greater Women's Peninsula Bar Association for having me here today, and I could not do that without recognizing Molly Newton and thank her for her role in this event. And I'm very lucky that I have Molly as a member of my team in the Office of the Attorney General, and I'm so proud of the work that she does every single day to pursue justice and to keep our community safe. And I know there are some others from Team OAG here as well. If you're in the room, please raise your hand. I'm grateful. Thank you. It has been a little over 100 days since I took office back in January, inaugurated as the 49th Attorney General of this great Commonwealth of Virginia. And in those 100 some odd days, we have been busy fighting to lower costs for consumers, standing up to defend Virginians' fundamental rights, and defending the rule of law here in this Commonwealth. The theme of today's event, as Molly mentioned, is lifting the curtain of the rule of law and the American dream. That hits home for me as I reflect on our first 100 days and look ahead to the next 4 years. It is so easy to get caught up in the rhythms of everyday life. I know each and every one of us do. And we sometimes forget the history that brought us to this very moment. Not long ago, the right to justice and other fundamental liberties were a promise made, but not kept to all Americans. I grew up sitting across the dinner table from family members who were denied the right to vote just because of the color of their skin. I did not understand it then, but I definitely understand it now. And as a descendant of slaves in this country, the right for all people to live their life freely and have access to opportunity is something I hold very deeply close to my heart. And as someone who comes from a very proud family of public servants, I grew up witnessing the dedication and perseverance of those charged with administering justice each and every day. From law enforcement officers to judges to the other folks who are so important and critical to this process, I understand the role that they played in my life. And it's the honor of my life now to work on behalf of them every single day. Etched above the door frame in my office in Richmond, the Barbara Johns building, are 3 words: equality, opportunity, and justice. 3 words that guide not just the work that we do, but the way that we do it. In this moment of intense division and political pressure, we ought to take pause to remember the very foundation of our country, the freedoms, the rights, and the protections that are guaranteed to every single one of us. Our democracy and our Constitution are sacred. Protecting the sanctity of these institutions for all Virginians by enforcing and defending our laws and the rule of law sits at the crux of the Office of the Attorney General. My office will always safeguard and uphold the rule of law. And even when the effort is challenging, and believe me, every day brings new challenges, I'm bolstered by the knowledge that everyone in this room, from near and far, stands with us in our commitment to equality, opportunity, and justice. I hope you too are all bolstered by this shared commitment. Through your commitment to public service, you are working to promote justice, maintain the rule of law, and improve the lives of every single one of us here in the Commonwealth. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for what you do, for your dedication, for your commitment, for your energy, for your passion, your conviction, for your willingness to be a part of today. Because while this is yet another law day that we celebrate, now more than ever we take these lessons with us out into the world to continue to make Virginia a better and brighter place. Thank you all, may God bless you, and have a wonderful afternoon.
Next, I'd like to invite up here a man who needs no introduction in this community, a man who is everywhere, our Mayor, Philip Jones.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are we doing today? Great. Well, we're really excited to welcome you here to Newport News, to all the judges. We appreciate all that you do for our community. To Madam Clerk, thank you for the invitation.
Okay, back here in the Live Impact studio, as you can tell, the Newport News Mayor Philip Jones is preparing for his moment during this event, and it looks like they're going to unveil something as we speak. So we're going to keep an eye on this. We wanted to make sure we pop back in the studio briefly here, but we may just go back to lifting the curtain because it looks like they're about to lift the curtain on the rule of law and the American dream. Let's listen in once again.
We cut it down, but I'll read it now, okay? Actually, I'll let you unveil it, then I'll read it. I don't want to knock it down. We got it? We got it. Here. All right, you hold this right here? Yeah. Okay, I'll read it here. So the proclamation reads as follows, and I'll only read just a little bit of it before I hand it over to the Madam Clerk. Whereas Newport News, Virginia is a city of remarkable diversity and home to people of many backgrounds, culture, and walks of life who have together built a community grounded in hard work, shared purpose, and the enduring belief that every person deserves to be treated with dignity and fairness under the law. And whereas the American dream is only as strong as the justice system that upholds it, and that a community versus ours is made stronger when every person in every neighborhood can access the law, understand their rights, and trust that justice will be applied equally to all. And whereas the Newport News Circuit Court, the General District Court, and the JDR Court are opening up their courtrooms to the public today so our community may see firsthand how this is carried out, affirming that in Newport News, the law belongs to the people it serves, and the courts are a place where every single voice matters. Now, therefore, I, Philip Jones, Mayor of Newport News, proclaim May 1st, 2026 as Law Day in the city of Newport News, and encourage all residents to honor the rights and responsibilities that bind us together, affirming that our strength of our city lies in our diversity and our shared commitment to a just, inclusive, and fair society for all. Over to the Madam Clerk.
Wow, look at that. I am just so elated and glad that we have an attorney general, a mayor, a sheriff, and judges that when me and Molly call, they answer and they listen. But without further ado, we will close today's remarks. Please, please, please vote for the art on the outside of the doors, and make sure you walk through the building and have a great time. You can walk freely thanks to our Sheriff's Department for their security today. So enjoy the rest of the festivities. Thank you so much.
Okay, so live in Newport News, a lot going on there. The Attorney General of Virginia in attendance, the Mayor of Newport News in attendance, Angela Reeson, the Clerk of the Newport News Circuit Court, Judge Hoffman, Molly Newton, the President of the Greater Peninsula Women's Bar Association, and it is that Greater Peninsula Women's Bar Association that is a partner in this event, along with the Newport News Circuit Court Clerk's Office. One more time. This is the first annual. This is the first of these types of events here, lifting the curtain on the rule of law and the American dream. It's an open house here in Newport News.